The wealth and power gained from the rise of machines and factories.
Can you spell that for us, please?
Veruca, Veruca Salt.
The gluttony and abuse of supplies. Pride and materialism instilled in young children.
Some of the 263 trophies.
The newfound importance and dependence on technology.
Die!
And the boy who lacks everything. Industrialization, modernization, materialism, the overall corruption and stratification of society are all embedded deeply in the bizarre adventures of Charlie Bucket as 5 young children are catapulted through absurd tests of character in a magnificent but sinister candy factory. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was written by Roald Dahl in 1964, a time of deep societal and political turmoil in the aftermath of the World Wars. Excessive pride and the loss of morality in society are associated with the items gained through materialism, stemming mostly from the shift towards industrialism and modernistic lifestyles. This is best shown through Dahl's character, Veruca Salt, a bratty little girl who is excessively spoiled by her wealthy parents. She attempts to steal one of Wonka's trained squirrels, but they forcibly overpower her.
Oh my goodness, she is bad nut after all.
Where are they taking her?
Where all the other bad nuts go, to the garbage chute.
By throwing them down the garbage chute, Dahl emphasizes that Wonka does not want such trash in his factory, and the family is expelled as a result of their disgusting immorality. Dahl highlights the importance of the innocence of youth by emphasizing the development of imagination untainted by the restraints and corruption of adult influence and rise of technology. Willy Wonka relates himself more to bright, imaginative children who, unlike closed-minded adults, are curious to learn and gain new experiences. When Mr. Wonka tells his guests about the Oompa Loompas, Mike's father is quick to object.
Mr. Wonka, I teach high school geography, and I'm here to tell you...
Well, then you'll know all about it and know what a terrible country it is.
Mike's father is a symbol of the restraints of adult society, as they cannot accept new information that contradicts their own beliefs. Tim Morris, author of You're Only Young Twice, says, the role of literature in representing the imposition of adults' wills on children makes these texts a proving ground on seeing how all culture, at some level, reflects our first education in the realities of power. Since Veruca Salt's parents continuously encourage her spoiled behavior and allow her to control them, she acts in a manner that reflects her upbringing. Dahl disapproves of the lack of respect in the youth of modern society, displayed in the way Veruca's parents willingly hold no authority over their child and completely capitulate to her wishes and greed.
Daddy, I want another pony.
Unlike Veruca, Charlie fully appreciates and respects his parents, demonstrating how those who are raised to value morals are altruistic and considerate.
Who shares?
The parents of Mike TV, the television maniac, allow him to become corrupted by the rise of technology, making him the perfect example of the destruction of innocence and imagination.
These days, what with all the technology.
Dahl denounces the stratification of society and restraints on opportunities based on social standing by juxtaposing the immorality of the wealthy with the good-willed, hard-working, and poverty-stricken Bucket family. Even more than money, Charlie craves and values chocolate. He would see other children taking creamy candy bars out of their pockets and munching them greedily, and that, of course, was pure torture. The candy bars symbolize wealth and fortune, which are unfairly and unevenly dispersed throughout society. The chocolate factory itself is a symbol of Charlie's hope for a better future. It had huge iron gates leading into it and a high wall surrounding it. The iron gates and walls represent the social restraints that bar Charlie from ever attaining his dream of a better life. When Charlie miraculously discovers a golden ticket and the gates are open to him, he finally receives an opportunity to change his life. Augustus is portrayed as an extraordinarily overweight boy. The picture showed a 9-year-old boy who was so enormously fat. Great flabby folds of fat bulged out from every part of his body, and his face was like a monstrous ball of dough with 2 small greedy curranty eyes peering out upon the world. The physical manifestation of their son's gluttony, a result of the Gloop family's wealth, is described with graphic detail, displaying the author's disgust for the corruption of rich people. Dahl exaggerates the punishments used to rectify each child's major flaw and shows the reparation of that single fault, emphasizing the importance of correcting and eradicating the vices of immoral behavior. At the end of the day, Charlie, Grandpa Joe, and Mr. Wonka observe the other children walking out of the factory. Veruca's insufferable spoiledness is on its way to being cured.
Veruca, the only thing you'll get in today is a bath, and that's fine.
But I want it!
Mike TV is finally taught a lesson about the dangers of technology when he is overstretched after being shrunk through television transportation. Dahl uses Charlie in the Chocolate Factory to encourage the moral cleansing of society through harsh punishment, as he exposes the materialistic and corrupt personalities of parents who focus their attention on economic and social elevation, producing a consumerist and greedy future generation. Adults who act as role models for the youth of society and display an exemplary attitude influence children positively by encouraging honorable behavior. By stressing the emotional satisfaction of moral integrity and discouraging the brief happiness attained through material luxury, parents can cement the foundation of a virtuous future generation.